Hi there folks! Oh, thank you. In this video we'll be talking about how healthcare boards can work with community leaders and workers to help improve the uptake of bowel cancer screening program in ethnic minority groups. So let's rewind and start at the beginning of all of this. Bowel cancer screening was introduced in Scotland to individuals in the age group of 50 to 75. They will receive a kit through the post. The aim of the screening test is to detect the cancer early before any of symptoms appear when treatment works best. The test is quick and simple to do at home and requires a small sample of stool. The test is posted off and the results are given in a few weeks' time. In Scotland, the target rate of uptake is 60% in the overall population. Looking at the Public Health Scotland data, several NHS boards do not meet the target rate suggested for the screening programme, while others are significantly greater. Comparing several NHS boards, Glasgow has the lowest uptake rate in several years. The most recent data shows it's 58%. In comparison, the Shetlands at 71%, which is an evident increase in uptake rate. This significant difference is very concerning as the effectiveness of the screening programme will not be present. Different factors have been assessed if they are associated to the low uptake. One factor assessed is whether the percentage of ethnic diversity in these areas influence the rate of uptake. Large cities in Scotland, such as Glasgow and Edinburgh, have the largest percentage of ethnic minority groups. The 2011 census showed that the largest ethnic groups are Pakistani, Indian, and non-British white groups. But in general, the percentage of ethnic groups have increased over the years. A 2019 to 2020 data has showed that the component of population has changed drastically due to the overseas migration. Within 1 year, the overseas migration has increased more than 2% in Edinburgh and Glasgow alone. This change of population can influence the screening services uptake and or other healthcare service usage. Research has been conducted to investigate the uptake rates of bowel cancer screening program in different ethnic groups. One study conducted in 2 English counties during the pilot and the second round of the screening program looked at the percentage of uptake between the white group and South Asian community in the population. A drastic difference in uptake was noted, with the South Asian having around 25% lower uptake. This significant difference in the study has been evidenced in other studies conducted, which pushed researchers wanting to know what are the factors causing the low uptake. Several studies have interviewed individuals of ethnic minority groups eligible for the screening program. They have all looked at what were the barriers to completing the test, the awareness of the cancer in the screening test, and how they believe people of their ethnic group could be encouraged to complete the test. Many common trends of opinion and ideas related to the screening test were brought forward by the participants in the studies. Some of the common findings in the interviews conducted were that individuals had a generally low awareness of the screening program. Many of them linked this due to the lack of discussion of cancer in the community due to fear and stigma of cancer. Another point that commonly brought forward was that many of the older individuals were illiterate, meaning they could not read or write. They depended on verbal and physical demonstration to understand the instruction, which is different from the normal written instructions provided in the screening program. Another point was that many of the older individuals in the community depended on the younger generation to help them with the healthcare services and decision making. This may mean that they are not fully informed of the screening program. The 2 points previously stated were linked to the idea of individuals being worried about completing the test, meaning they were less likely to complete the test in general. A positive finding was that many of the individuals found that religion encouraged them to complete the screening test. Another suggestion was that elderlies felt it would be better for them to be informed of the screening program in places where they'd regularly be. Some of the suggestions were mosques, temples, or even just general community centres. The common findings in interviews should be utilised to improve the uptake of screening tests for ethnic minority groups.
From the findings in the study, it showed a common thread that could be utilised by NHS boards to work with community workers to help improve uptake. Firstly, ethnic groups in Scotland need to be identified by knowing their population number, the common location they reside in, and if they have community organisations set up. Secondly, NHS boards need to work with the community workers for the ethnic groups to find ways to bring eligible individuals to provide information events on the screening programme. The information event should cover the background of the screening programme, its benefits and harms, and a physical demonstration of how the test can be completed. It should be noted that the information event should be conducted in the language of the individuals being informed and that they have the chance to ask questions. This method of encouraging ethnic minority groups to take part in screening programs will most likely work. From previous work with ethnic groups, most recently in the COVID and uptake of vaccine, many community workers have used information events to provide relevant information, give individuals the chance to ask questions, and lastly, encourage them to take the vaccine. This was evidently a very successful method. So both NHS boards and community workers need to come together and help improve the uptake in ethnic minority groups. Thank you for listening to this talk.